All right. I want black women to understand this and understand this very loudly and very clearly, that when I'm making this video, I am making this video from a place of love. I'm not making this video from a place of condescension or being condescending to black women or picking out on black women, but I'm trying to help you all out because y'all messy. Y'all messy. Y'all have been messy. And then it ends up biting you in the face later. We've talked about that numerous times. Okay? I know that very few other black women have addressed this, and a lot of it comes out of my own logic that I have shared. But I have to say it, and I'm not saying it to start any shit. Okay? But this topic has already been covered. Okay? To the benefit of many black women, Chrissy has already spoken on this subject. Now, it was forwarded to me 2 videos from IME Loho. And IME Loho's, the first video was cool, but then it got to a certain part and it just went, I had to stop the video, it went completely left for me. The second video, which was basically the part that, went completely left, she actually made a whole video about it, about transphobia. Okay, that video was an absolute hot mess. I mean, just confusion all over the place, social justice warriorness, confusion all over the place. And I'm like, I know the women that roll in the same circles, and I'm saying, Chrissy, get your girl, talk to her, get her to clean it up. Now, I don't think Chrissy's going to deny the responsibility, being that she's an older woman, and IME Loho is in her early 20s. But IME Loho, every time I listen to her videos, not every time, let me be honest, like, it's just she just be going just completely left field, and you're like, yo, what are you doing? And I'm saying this is for the greater good of black women, okay? Because y'all don't know. This is why you all get caught up in shit. You're all over the place. You got 50 bazillion different factions, and y'all trying to do all type of shit all at the same time. Y'all trying to claim oppression Olympics all at the same time. Y'all trying to interconnect your oppressions and categories of oppressions and overlap them to make yourselves the ultimate victim. And IME Loho's video is a shining example of that. Chrissy already made a video that addressed the whole, because it came out when the whole, the LGBT community was jumping up, and the trans women were talking about where's trans women for Black Girl Magic. They were coming out talking about, I forget whoever that transgender person is, that came out talking about black women need to have conversations with black men about being transphobic and being attracted to trans women, and black women, cisgendered women need to have that discussion. And Chrissy made a response, and she said the correct thing. Hell no, we not gonna do that. We don't need to attack transgenders and throw them underneath the bus and all that other extra stuff that they complain about. But Chrissy's like, we not gonna do that. You got black women that, unfortunately, they got to go out here and they got to compete with every other race of woman, and then now they got to compete with transgender women. Are we serious? Are we serious? And this is where I mean, I don't even know where to begin with IME Loho's either video. In the first video where she's addressing Lil Wayne and the 50 Cent thing, which I was going to make a video on. I saw the video yesterday. I had a long conversation with somebody. Not Captain Solo, but they were trying to go around the bush with me. I'm like, you're not gonna get around the situation with me on that one. I'm like these are 2 high profile brothers. I'm like, this is a problem. Okay, and I'm like, it's not necessary. This don't even need to be public. Even if brothers have these private conversations and talk about that, and that leads into the whole, she's just a black woman, or seeing as black women as Chevys, or associating black women with poverty, and basically everything that 50 Cent said. Oh, they look like they came off of a boat. Irony is black people came off of a boat. We also came off of a boat. But there's this whole exotical and colorism, featureism, hair texturism, self-hate, color, all that stuff. And it does irritate me the way that a lot of women come through and they talk, they're just like, oh, it's just self-hate, and there's more to it. And I don't want to put that in this video. I'm going to save that for another video, and I'm going to walk through it with y'all so that y'all understand, the depths of the shit and why this stuff, why this goes on. And it doesn't just apply to black men. This applies to black women as well, but in other areas because they're a different gender. Okay? But I'm going to save that for another video when I get a chance to make that video. But I gots to make this video. Okay? So I'm listening to Iami Loho talk about 50 Cent and Lil Wayne. I'm listening, like, okay, yeah, that was foul. I'm glad Waka Flocka came out and was like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, like, these men are, like, in their 40s and 50s. And I'm like, yo, what are you doing? And again, Iami Loho made an excellent point where she said, like, especially in this climate, in this atmosphere, you know what I'm saying? You got the NFAC marching on Stone Mountain and stuff like that. It's like, yo, man, chill, right? With all this, talking about your thirst for other races of women and whatnot. Anyway, I'll save that for another video. But I was listening to Iami Loho's video, listening, and then she says out of her mouth that black men are the biggest perpetuators of transphobia, right? Didn't really have a problem with that statement, I've argued before when it comes to a lot of the deaths of transgender women. Some of that comes out of the fact that a lot of them are not truthful about what they actually are. Because some of them can fool somebody, and a lot of them aren't truthful, and the man finds out and they end up getting their ass killed. And people will say, oh, it's because of some hatred of trans. No, the man thought he was dealing with a woman, and the transgender woman went out there trying to fool somebody. That goes on. But anyway, Iami Loho said that see, this is the reaching. The nonsensical reaching. She said that black men attack or hate transgender women because of their hatred for black women, and then try to tie it to dark skin and colorism. I had to stop the damn video. I was like, wait, well, what? No. How about the fact that black men don't like transgender women because they're not women. They're actually men. How about that? Like, how does that not come before, oh, they just hate black women? And then to bring in colorism about transgender women, excuse me, where are black heteronormative cisgendered men out here treating non-black or exotical transgender women, non-black or exotical transgender women, better than transgender black women, or better than just black women? Like, where is that even a discussion? I'm like, where is this coming from? So that's the argument now? Black men are so colorist, they're out here treating transgender non-black women better than transgender black women. Like, I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Right? Then we get into this whole discussion in her other video. We get like, and then talk about the reaching, right? So Iami Loho brings up the transgender, women, or no, it doesn't bring up transgender. She makes this connection, or reading off of the shade room, the melanin shade room or something like that. Brings up brings up this connection. Hold on, brings up this connection between black women who are perceived as masculine, like Serena Williams, Remy Ma, what people were originally saying about Sierra back in the day. I'm trying to think what else, because I remember the hermaphrodite shit that people were saying. There was another black woman, Nene Leakes, right? And, she talked about, the featureism and the hair texturism and all that, and how, the standard of beauty is European women for, the ideal of what femininity is. And black women are, they're a stark contrast from that. Right. And talked about how black women are perceived as masculine and everything else based on their features, hair texture, and their build. Right. And I'm like, well, that's one conversation. I can understand that, but that also has a flip side when we talk about, black women and how they perceive darker skinned black men. And even how the society as a whole perceives darker skinned black men versus lighter skinned black men, and the feminization of lighter skinned black men. But see, again, black women love to talk about colorism without talking about the lack of desirability that takes place with light-skinned men, or the feminization and the lack of masculinity that's associated with light-skinned men. And I've talked about that so many times, but I keep having to bring that up because black women love to leave that out of their colorism conversations, because they want to paint the picture that, they're just victims of colorism, and they don't perpetuate colorism themselves. Not getting into that, because that's not the topic of this discussion, but I have to point that out because black women keep doing that. So she was talking about the masculinization of black features and dark skin and all that, right? Which I agree with. That goes on. But then she tried to connect it to women who are actually seen as like they're masculine, like Serena Williams or Nene Leakes, and then arguably you get into the category of them not being attractive. And then the problem becomes where now you have, the argument of whether these women are not attractive because of European standards of beauty, or whether they're not attractive because they're masculine. Like, I was just watching, past the TV, and Golden Girls was on. Right, and that tall chick from Golden Girls, right? The old white ladies, right? And they had the woman's mother, right? The woman whose mother was on who's apparently she was playing her mother on the show. But the tallest white woman on that show, Golden Girls, always looked like a transgender man to me. That is a masculine ass white woman. I don't care what anybody says. I always thought that she was a man. Her voice was deep. She was the tallest one, and then her facial features, she just looked like, she just had androgens just flowing through her body, right? And I'm saying sometimes that's just what happens. Sometimes, there's biology behind it. It could be argued for, you'll see this with, women who have, polycystic ovaries. They will masculinize, grow facial hair, gain weight. The testosterone levels in their body may rise. So this is the reality, because the estrogen testosterone balance is off. Okay, this is a reality. Men who are heteronormative cisgender, men who are straight, are not attracted to men. So if a woman looks like a man for whatever reason, or if a woman is less feminine for whatever reason, or if a woman who is actually a man who is straight does not find attractive, it is because he is a straight man and is not attracted to women who have masculine traits. That is normal behavior. That is not some bullshit that goes into the bin or the category of evil, hateful black man and misogynoir and all that dumb shit that Ayami Loho was trying to put it in. I'm a straight man. I like feminine women. I like titties. I like ass. I like a small waist. I like a pretty face. Okay? I don't want a bitch with a big ass Superman with the butt chin, a jawline. Like, I'm not attracted to that. I'm not attracted to that. And that somehow makes me some sort of anti-social justice warrior or some sort of misogynoir. I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is the type of shit that makes black women's complaints invalidated. Invalidated. When you go this far, this is reaching. And then what Ayami Loho tried to do is she tried to tie it to her height. Look, I understand as a tall man, I understand what tall women go through. I have no issue with tall women. I love tall women. As a matter of fact, I love my Amazonians. I really do. Okay? And I know that other men, you know, I'll sit there, I'll be like, that's a fine motherfucker right there. And people look at me, they'll be like, yeah, of course you will with all that height you got. You know, so I get what they go through. Tall women go through similar situations to short men. But that's another thing, right? Like, it's like, Ayami Loho made a video about B. Simone and preferences because she wanted to dig at black men about preferences and make this connection between, you know, B. Simone and, you know, her not wanting a man that worked 9 to 5 because of her career choice and everything else, right? And she tried to make the connection, right? But like here, it's like she just one-sidedly completely ignored that women have preferences. She's talking about trying to make this connection between transphobia, her being tall, and men shying away from her because she's tall because they see that as masculine. When I'm like, Ayami Loho, let's be real. And which one of these black men out here who are 5'8" when you're 5'10" are you getting ready to date? Like, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Like, this one-sided, like, victim. Like, I'm a tall woman and nobody wants to... Look for tall dudes, chick. Like, go to a basketball game and just sit there and be cute. Okay? Damn. You know what I'm saying? Get you one of them 6'7" basketball players or something. If that's what you're looking for. But, like, let's be real. You ain't about to go out there and date no short dude. You ain't about to go out there and date no dude that comes off as feminine. I mean, it's like, damn, like, is that what's going on now? So now the whole thing is to go out here and somehow cape for women who are masculine. So I guess we should be out here caping for black men who can't get a date because they're feminine. I guess I should go out here and make some convoluted argument about black women not wanting, you know, ELs who most of which won't take their bitch asses in the gym and put on some damn muscles. But they want to come online and cry and bitch and complain about how ain't nobody checking for them and they want Pookie with the muscles. I'm like, nigga, it's not like you can't get muscles like he can get muscles. Get your ass in the gym. The other thing that just irked me is all this, you know, and I've seen many black women do this on this channel, all this black men and we birthed you and, you know, the woman verse and everything. And I'm not even going to get into all the long drawn out shit with that, because at the end of the day, black women don't respect black men. They think that they're supposed to be ahead of black men. And this goes back to the whole thing I was going to say about 50 Cent and Lil Wayne and whatnot, you know, where it's like, you know, you're just a black man. And many black men look at black women like you're just a black woman. And they take cues from, you know, dominant white society. And you know, they see that, you know, the value is associated with that and not associated, you know, with blackness. So black women don't have any real, like, respect for black men. Like, and even though they don't have respect for black men, and Ben not had respect for black men, it's not because, oh, black men came online and they started, you know, filing complaints and talking shit about. No, black women in general have a disrespectful disposition towards black men and always have. Okay, and they think that they're supposed to be ahead and all this other stuff, and then that's when we get into all the other problems about women wanting black men to treat them a certain way and put them on pedestals and everything else, but they really don't like the idea of black men being, ahead of them, right? So that ends up becoming a problem. They don't think that black men should be ahead of them, but yet they want black men to be ahead of them enough to trick out on them, but they don't want black men to be ahead of them to be patriarch. So this is all that shit is all messy, right? But why did I bring that up? There was a reason why I brought that up. Oh, it just like what did she say? Oh, so a lot of black women have been pushing, they're still talking about the protesting thing. Again, I debunked a lot of that bullshit with, pulling out receipts from when I first came online and, in the middle of when I was online, and women talking about, we are the creators of life, and all this high priestess, we're the backbone, we're goddesses, we're gods, black men are beneath us, it's supposed to stay beneath us, but, again, when they hop the fence, then it's all, a problem, but they don't really have respect for black men anyway. So anyway, all the women are running around with this, we birthed you bullshit, right? And I'm sitting there listening to this crap about transgenders, and I'm like, okay, so since transgender women don't have wombs, does the "we birthed you" shield, does that apply to transgender women? I mean, this is just tons of confusion. So let me get this right. So are transgender women deserving of equal protection as heteronormative cisgender women because they're supposed to be our women, just like heteronormative cisgender women are our women, right? Even though black women tell us all the time, of course, my body, my choice, can't nobody control me, right? You don't own me and all this other stuff. But when some shit pops off, then they want to talk about how much they're black men's women and we're your women and you're the only race of men who don't protect your women, right? They say that crap all the time, but it completely ignore the fact that the black community is broken and how black women don't really want it fixed unless it's to matriarchal specifications, and how black women go out here and encourage role reversal and matriarchy and, all this idea that they're the backbone, they're the rock, and they control shit and everything else. And so there's really no place for black men, where black men have no sense of ownership and therefore no pride that is associated with the ownership. Right. And then again, let a black man be on some patriarchal shit, taking care of his family. And there's always going to be some women that going to come through and tear shit down, as I've pointed out numerous times about even observing what goes on in the hypergamous camp and the women and the detractors that come over and try to detract from the hypergamy camp. And I'm like, told you so. All this idea and this notion that, black women, we're all on the same page and we're all just victims to the evil patriarchy. And then as soon as you start talking about hypergamy, women getting with men's programs, seeking out men that are making more money and doing better than them, and what's the other thing? Being taken care of and provided for. And they meant like that part. But when you start talking about that male leadership, oh man, boom, they clap off in another direction. They flee in another direction. Because they don't want the whole package. They just want patriarchy a la carte, patriarchy diet, patriarchy light. That's what they want. And, as far as I'm concerned, I'm like, man, fuck you on that shit. So, continuing, what else was I going to say about the whole shit? It's grotesque. It is grotesque confusion. I mean, I'm looking at this like, y'all can't tell black men shit about a biracial woman or a light-skinned woman not being a black queen. I mean, I want you to really think about this. I got a black woman like Ayemi Loho, 100% Nigerian, unbroken lineage as a black. I mean, you can't get any more of an original black woman than Ayemi Loho. And she up there making an argument to black men and the masses that we as black men, heteronormative, cisgendered black men, should be going out here and including transgender women. And if we don't, God damn it, you disgusting, misogynistic, transphobic, heteronormative, cisgendered black male? Really? Really? So let me get this right. So you gonna try to convince me that a man who is masquerading as a woman, okay, masquerading as a woman, is more of a black woman than an actual woman who has a womb and a uterus and a vagina, who's only part black? You gonna convince me that I should be more interested or equally interested in a man masquerading as a woman than going out there and getting a woman that 50 Cent's wife, or any one of these biracial exoticals, or any of these other groups out here? So I can't one drop rule in Meghan Markle, or Tyrese's wife, Samantha Gibson, or Jada Pinkett, or Halle Berry, or I don't know, name whatever biracial, Zendaya. So I'm a heteronormative, cisgendered black man. I go out there, I got Zendaya on my arm, as opposed to a transgender woman, and you're gonna try to come at me with not only transphobia, but you're gonna try to come at me with colorism as well. Oh, fuck you all the way around on that one. I mean, all the way around on that one. I mean, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing about any complaints about one drop ruling. If you're trying to, I don't even know what you would call it. One testicle ruling? Like what is this? You know what I'm saying? What is this? I mean, you're literally trying to one drop rule men into a female category. But then you want to make a argument about what is a true black woman, when you're trying to sell me the idea that a man can be a true black. I'm like, y'all bitches is confused. Y'all confused. I will take a light, bright, exotical, 3A hair, borderline, not black, whatever you want to call it. I will take that all day and throw that up and splash Black Queen title on that shit before I throw up a black man masquerading as a black woman. Do y'all understand me on that? This is ridiculous. Like I said at the beginning of the video, Chrissy, again, I'm not trying to start no shit, but get your girl. I mean, call her up, have a private conversation, say what you gotta say, be like, sis, this has already been covered, this has already been addressed. This is why we don't do this. Sorry, transgender women, you gotta take another bus. You gotta take another bus. Black women got enough on their plate with colorism, featureism, hair texturism, white supremacy, whatever. And now they gotta put the transgender shit on their plate, which only adds to the confusion. You see that Calvin Klein poster, that somebody sent me, and I did a video on it like 2-3 videos ago. And I'm like, ain't this a bitch? Black women running out here trying to get corrective promotion, right? From the powers that be. And it's like, anytime they wanted to pick white women, she got to be thin, petite, young, desirable. But then when it comes to black women, it's like, we're going to give you a lesbian, overweight black woman called Chica the Rapper. We're going to give you her, right? But can we get a young, feminine, attractive black woman? Can we get Keke Palmer, or, any number of young, attractive, beautiful black? No, it can't get. No, we're not going to give you that. Oh, I know what we'll give you. We'll give you a transgender, overweight, dark-skinned black man. And we'll say that he's a black woman and he's standing in his truth. And then we'll contrast it against the 50 other images that we have of young, slim, attractive, vibrant, fertile white women. Yeah, that is what we'll do. So no matter what, when y'all jump up there and y'all want to ask for positive imagery of black women, they go out of their way to give you everything but. We'll give you a lesbian overweight bitch. We'll give you a transgender overweight dude, but I mean, all of the straight heteronormative cisgendered black women that are out there that are young and attractive. Oh no, we just gonna skip right the fuck over them, and we gonna go to the transgender. And then you got Ayami Loho up here, and I'm saying, this isn't even about targeting Ayami Loho. I'm saying she's the one that made the video. But when you look at that like to dislike ratio, when she only got 113 dislikes and 4,000.3 likes, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, so all y'all bitches co-sign this shit. You think this is some wonderful shit. And then y'all complain and you get mad when you get the short end of the stick on shit. You get mad when you just constantly keep getting shit on. And then you go out there and you blame black men and you scream evil black men and whatnot. Now, I'm not going to put it all on you. There's a lot of fucked up shit that black men do. But y'all are confused. I mean, confused. I can't even believe we're having this discussion in 2020. I mean, I have no problem with y'all talking about colorism, hair texturism, ways that you're dissed in the media are not promoted and everything. That's legitimate, 100% legitimate. But now you gonna sit there and bring and you out here caping and fighting for transgender, and you gonna put that on black men, and then start talking about what they need to be and what they need to get with and everything else like that. So let me get this right. You would rather see a heteronormative cisgender black man with a transgender dark-skinned woman than with a white woman. Is that what you telling me? Because if that's what you fuck you again. Fuck, if that's what y'all telling me, black men, breed us the fuck out. Grab Becky, get with all the white women, non-black women that you are. This discussion is over. This is over. If that's what y'all talking, I mean, this is retardedness. This is absolute retardedness. I mean, I couldn't stomach getting through Ayami Loho's video. I mean, my head was exploding. And then trying to connect it to why, So if a man doesn't like a tall woman because he's 5'8", it's not because he knows that he's too fucking short to be with the woman. No, it's because he's transphobic. Because you see, it's not really the fact that she's tall and he's short and that kind of like goes against like the traditional gender roles, or the fact that he knows that a tall woman is not going to want to date a short dude who's 5'8" when she's fucking 5'10". No, it's because a tall woman is like a man, and therefore his rejection of the tall woman is because he's really transphobic. What? Like, the math on this chalkboard is fucked up. It's fucked up. I had to bust out my own chalkboard. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to follow you, not being condescending. I'm like, okay, this and this, divide this, square root of that, okay, exponents here, and then I'm like, Nah. That's not what she's saying. Nah. But that is what she's saying. I mean, this is on a whole different level. This is on a whole different level. I mean, I'm still here, like, I'm flabbergasted. That's not even a word I use, flabbergasted. Who says that? I'm flabbergasted. And I'm like, look, like I said, this video is coming from a place of love. Y'all need to clean y'all shit up. You gotta stand firm. You know what I'm saying? Like when you saw the NFAC and they was out there marching on Stone Mountain, did you see the discipline? Did you see the formations? Did you see them marching and whatnot? It was a coordinated effort. And as it pertains to black women, y'all got to make a coordinated effort. Because there are a lot of dumbasses and stupid guys out here. And there's been a lot of damage that has gone on and whatnot. And y'all coming online and y'all sharing your thoughts and y'all trying to correct shit and everything else. Okay? But y'all got to be on one accord. Okay? Y'all, you sit there and you talk about, and this is what I'm saying. Like all these women, oh, it's because black men, they painted this picture, and that's why black women want to be. No, y'all just out there, and this is what you do. You cape for shit that don't even benefit you. What you gonna put? You caping for transgender women on black men? Did black men tell you to do that? No, you just go out there and do it. You just go out there and do it because you got this like sickness in your mind that you think you're gonna like somehow benefit from the shit. And I'm like, y'all complain that there ain't enough black men to date. Y'all can't get a black man. Ain't enough black men on your level. And now you got to compete with white women and non-black women and other races women and light-skinned women and everything else. And then you gonna bring transgender men into the room. You know what I mean? And I'm saying, I'm old enough to remember the era of the complaining about down low black men being the most dangerous thing to black women in the black community, and then gay guys, they were the problem in the black. That's why black women got AIDS, and now you got the whole transgender shit going on, and then it's like they're taking your spot in another light. Right? Even though transgender and gay is a completely different category, but I mean, let's be real. Which one of you black women are getting ready to go out here and date a man after he dated a transgender woman? None of you. So which one of you heteronormative, cisgendered women, like which one of you are what was I gonna say? I just lost my train of thought. Fuck. I'm like, I can't even think because this is just so mind-boggling. Like, which one of you were going to date a man who dated a transgender woman? And I already know that the overwhelming majority of you heteronormative cisgendered women are not going to do that because you would consider him gay. If you consider, it's like which one of you want to date a bisexual man? None of you want to date a bisexual man. You want a manly man. You want a man that's into women. So why are you trying to convince black heteronormative cisgendered black men, straight black men, why are you trying to convince them to date transgender women when you wouldn't even want him after he dated a transgender woman? You would look at him and you would say he's gay. I mean, it's nuts. This is nuts. That this is even a conversation. I don't know what else to say. I think I covered all the bases. I don't know what else to say. This like, Amy Loho is young. I'm like, it's just, I'm like y'all need to help her out. Y'all need to clean this up. Y'all I'm just saying, black women as a collective, all y'all that's online and everything, the majority of y'all are sloppy. You're sloppy. You're all over the place. You're all on this super leftist progressive agenda and everything else like that. Like, stop with that bullshit. Stop with what the Democrats are doing and everything. Stop with that crap. They're all in your head. Do what is in the best interest of black women. Do what is in the best interest of dark-skinned black women if you are a dark-skinned black woman. Stop with all this caping for every goddamn thing to the point that you undermine yourselves. Like, that don't make no sense. They don't make no sense. It's just, this is retarded. Like, it's just so retarded. And it's sad because I already know that this type of shit is gonna bite you in the ass. It bites you in the ass every damn time. You can't even like, again, I already pointed out that the primary way that it's gonna bite you in the ass, because when you out here trying to one drop rule in transgender women, which are actually men masquerading as women, you can't say shit about a dark-skinned black man and him trying to one drop rule in a light-skinned or biracial woman who is actually a woman. She could actually birth his child. Transgender man can, or excuse me, transgender woman cannot. I mean, it's like the logic, like the way y'all process information it's childish. Not only, and I don't say that, I'm not saying that to be disrespectful, but a lot of you process shit like children. You know, it's all feelings, and you're all in y'all emotions and shit, and you're not making sense, or like you're completely ignoring, that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, transgender men or women, okay, they're black women, okay, cool, yeah, all right, yeah, bring in the light-skinned biracial bitch, yeah, I'm fucking with her. She's black queen, why not? Why not? If you're trying to force a fucking man down my throat, a man, a person that was born with an X and a Y, you're going to try to force it down my throat. And then again, not to mention, let you be a straight man and get with a transgender woman. Oh, you all type of gay in another conversation. You all types of gay. Transgender women, let them fight for themselves. It ain't homophobia or transphobia when a straight black man says, I'm not into a fucking man masquerading as a woman. I'm straight, bitch. I'm straight. That's why I'm not about the transgender life or the transgender women. I'm fucking straight. I like women. I like women, like that gay dude said. I like women. Yeah, I like women, not men. That's just crazy. So we're already in Stupidville, where being a straight man is now being a heteronormative, cisgendered black male, right? And now being attracted to women who are actually women automatically means that you're transphobic. I feel like white people right now. I really do. When they run around and they're like, they go and, anything they do, the slightest thing they do, oh, they's racist. You're white and you're racist. Like, just, no matter what, they're racist. Because there are black people who do that shit. I didn't agree with that. The mom and the daughter with the truck and the white lady pulled the gun on them. I didn't agree with that. I'm like, why y'all escalate? They trying to leave, and then you somehow get behind the truck, and then you slap in the window and everything, and then she came out the car and pulled the gun. Now, did she need to pull the gun? No, but I'm saying they were trying to leave. They were the ones that actually were trying to de-escalate the situation. You can call them racist all day. They was trying to leave. But I didn't make a video on that because I didn't want to seem like I was caping for the white people. But at the end of the day, I'm like, nah, them white people, they was trying to leave. That's why I just put it on the community post and left it at that. I'm like, the sisters was escalating that shit. But it's like the same thing. Just going about, everybody's racist. Okay, well, and now everybody's transphobic. I'm like, really? Really? Like, you have no idea how much this is fucking my head up. This is fucking my head up. This is Alice in Wonderland type shit. I'm like, damn, man, we were talking the black community is broken, Amos Wilson, Dr. Claude Anderson, the community, patriarchy, getting black men back in the home, creating jobs and opportunities in the community, fathers being in the home, raising their boys, raising real men. And then it's like, you get all these people that come in the room. No. That's not what we want. Well, wait. So what do you mean? Well, I thought you was complaining about all this shit. The community broken, the black men not being real men. Okay, well, that's what I'm trying to fix. But in the midst of all that, in comes gender fluidity and fucking men, you should like transgender women and all this other like bullshit. And boys should be raised to play with girl dolls and girls should be raised to play army soldier. And I'm like, wait, what? And then you get the other side that wants to sit there and, claim that, black women, they were never on no warrior shit and they were conditioned to be warriors and it's all black men's fault. Like, dude, if the black community was a 10-story building, like, I just want to jump out the fucking window. Like, no bullshit. Like, I'm like fucking the king in Beowulf that threw the crown at him and jumped out the fucking window and shit. Like, I'm like, man, fuck this. Man, I listen to this shit coming out of black women's mouths and man, these non-black women that are heteronormative and patriarchally oriented, oh, they look so good. They look so good right now. Y'all can say what you want. You know what I mean? And this is where the shit that 50 Cent and Lil Wayne was sitting up there talking about, that's where that shit ends up resonating. It's like they look good and they're not on any of this dumbass bullshit. I'm like, oh, please, where do I sign up? Where do I sign up? Please, just point me in the direction. I will be over there, because if this is what black women are on, if this is what the black female collective hive mind has become, I'm like, yo, get me the fuck out of here. Get me out of here. I want out, god damn it. Get me out of here. The fuck this shit. I mean, god damn. I mean, and then like the shaming, like it's just the shame, like I mean, just like there's something wrong with me because I don't want man butt. I don't want man butt masquerading as woman butt. Like, I mean, just the shaming, just the tone. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like, that's just how I feel on the inside. Now I may get over it tomorrow, but that's how I feel. I'm like, yo, this community is done. This is retarded. Like, this is what it is. We actually have to have conversations like this, as opposed to just on autopilot. Like, okay, yeah, this was fucked up. Okay, people weren't doing their jobs. You weren't doing your role. You weren't doing your role. Okay, we know what the roles should be, and okay, everybody get to it. No, you gotta sit around and argue with motherfuckers about the dumbest of shit. You gotta sit there and argue with people about well, what really constitutes male or female? I'm like, oh my God, are you fucking kidding me right now? Are we really having this discussion right now? And then and what it does is it literally makes a mockery of when people talk about reorganizing the race or colorism and who's black and who's not, because I'm like, yo, don't talk to me about who's black and who's not black, because you want to sit there and you want to be confused about who's male and who's female. You cannot be inconsistent like that. Not like that. And think that you got a solid argument when you go to something else. That's what I don't understand about women. Like, y'all jump from, they make that joke that women's thoughts and mind, like their brain is interconnected like a ball of ball of wine that's like got the strings all over the place and everything touches everything else. Honestly, I think that's incorrect. And they talk about how men can compartmentalize shit in their brain. Quiet as is kept, men's compartmentalized shit is more connected than women's compartmentalized shit. Because the problem with women's shit is, like, women have like this interconnection of data and information that just it's like fluid. You know what I'm saying? Everything just kind of like melts into one another. Where men, they keep the shit separate and it's all connected. So they can connect one box to another box through other connections and whatnot. But it's not fluid. Okay? Whatever is in this box, that stays that box. It's like a periodic table. That's what men's minds are. It's like a periodic fucking table. Oxygen is oxygen. Oxygen is not tin. You know what I'm saying? Oxygen is not sulfur. Oxygen is not aluminum. Oxygen is oxygen. What women try to do is they try to come through and tell you that oxygen is nitrogen and that oxygen has the same amount of electrons as potassium. And no, it does not, bitch. It does not have the same amount of electrons as fucking potassium. Potassium is way over on the other side of the fucking periodic table, and oxygen is way over on the fucking other side. Okay, so they're not even next to each other. They don't have the same amount of fucking electrons, bitch. You're not gonna sit here and convince me that they got the same amount of fucking electrons. Damn, you sitting here, you fucking around trying to do the chemistry and shit. They're trying to tell you that freaking water is a non-polar molecule. No, bitch, it's polar. It's polar. Friggin' oxygen is electronegative. It friggin' wants the electrons more than the friggin' hydrogens. And so it's polar. That's what the fuck it is. No, they're trying to tell you that they're gonna change the fucking the physics of chemistry and shit on you. I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. I can't. I cannot operate. Like when you get so, it's like not only magical, but when you get just so like intrinsic, and just because I thought it and because I said it, it just is. I'm like, oh my god. I can't. I'm so done. I'm so done. And the thing is, it's like you listen to this shit and it's like, you can't even make me feel guilty about it because it's that retarded. I'm like, oh no, this crossed the line. This is the type of shit. This is walk away from black women level type shit. Just literally walk away. That's why I'm saying, from a place of love, I'm like, y'all need to clean it up. Y'all need to clean up. If y'all was smart, y'all could, if y'all had some coordination in your ranks and were on the same page, y'all could come up with probably some of the most solid arguments against black men. But the problem is y'all are all over the fucking place. You're literally all over the place. Hell, if black men could orient themselves, all on one accord, they can make the most solid arguments against black women. But because you got everybody's all over the place and all these different fucking factions, this is what you get. And honestly, in my opinion, it goes beyond critical mass in the black community at this point, meaning there's too many factions, there's too many people on different shit. You cannot get a viable, functioning community out of this. You can't. And the women, they come online acting like, they're the biggest victims of everything, and they know what's going on and they know how to fix it, and they always come in the room, and instead of stopping when they're ahead, or instead of stopping when they're actually making sense, they always come in the room and throw in some fuckery. They try to slip this bullshit through the door that ain't nobody gonna go for. They think that, men are gonna go for that shit. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna go for that shit. It's just like the fucking feminism and the matriarchal stuff. You know why a lot of these women lie about how they want their relationships to operate? Because they know men are not going to go for that shit. That's why they lie about it, even though they know she or he who has the gold has the power. But they'll sit there and they'll come online and, it's not like that, and my relationship's not like that. It doesn't matter that I make $500,000 a year and he only makes $20,000. It doesn't matter. They come on talking that bullshit because they want a man. We've seen this with Nicki Minaj and all that shit. And all these other women, and half the women basketball, was it Basketball Wives or whatever? No, excuse me, Atlanta Housewives. You know, they come on there with that bullshit, role reversal and everything else. Your Mary J. Blige's and your fucking Jill Scott and everything, and your what was her name? The chick that she turned down, Hill Harper. What was her name? You know who I'm talking about. They come all that backward shit. Yeah, because they know men ain't gonna go for that crap. So they come through with the dishonesty and trying to convince themselves that the laws of physics don't apply to them. I'm like, okay. It's just it is literal retardedness at this point. I mean, I'm just dragging this video out because I'm so blown away by what I heard. I'm just blown away. I'm like, Iami Loho is an attractive one. I'm like, you don't even have to do any of this stuff. Why you got the capes on for all this shit? I don't know. Maybe she's on some LGBT shit. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I'm like, why are you even going hard in the paint? Why? Like, what is this? For your subscribers to get the money? Okay, if you want to say you're getting a check, because you caping for okay, fine. Even though they're only like literally like 1% of the fucking world. So I'm like, I don't know. Is that even possible for that to even be lucrative? But at the end of the day, you're just gonna have men who are in the know that are just like they're just gonna be on some manly shit and just keep it the way that they want to keep it and just not fuck. Like this shit can literally be ignored. You know what I mean? But the part that gets me, the part that pains me is the black community. Like, if I was a white man and I'm like this, like, Marine, and I came back from Iraq and everything, and I got my white male hypermasculinity, I'm riding around in a Ford F-150 Raptor and everything else, and I hear some woman talking this shit like I fucking ignore it, and I go right back to my patriarchal shit and dominating shit like white men dominate shit and everything else. I wouldn't give two fucks. I'll go out there, fuck with the women that ain't on this shit and be good. Okay? But in the black community, as broken as the black community is, this shit, truth be told, it cannot be tolerated. It cannot be tolerated. We need all hands on deck. We need all people with the proper orientation. And we got people out here that just because the black community is broken, they see it as an opportunity to seize power and to seize, the sort of the control, and redefining things. They haven't even tested the shit. See if it even fucking works. They just, this is what we're gonna do. I'm like, chances are, like, we're on, like, the black community is on life support. Like, you don't start trying to do new shit when people are on life support. I can tell you that. You don't just start going out there and just start fucking with shit if they're on life support. Because they may die. So that's what it seems like people want to do with the black community. I'm like, yo, we gotta at least, get them to stable condition. Can we get them to stable? Can we at least stabilize the patient first before you start wanting to test some shit out? Nah, not the black community. They see it as, yes, it's the black community is broken. Patriarchy is dead, even though they claim patriarchy is running around destroying everything. Black patriarchy is dead. It is our time to bring in some tutti frutti shit. I'm like, really? I'm like, we won't survive. It's just like what they're talking about with COVID-19 and the people who have comorbidities and, congestive heart failure or respiratory issues or diabetes, right? Or hypertension, whatever, right? These are comorbidities, meaning like, that shit'll knock them out. And this stuff that people try to present, I'm like, this will bury the black community. And the stupid thing is, what's going to happen later. Right, all this, in one breath, we need black men to be attracted to transgender women. And I'm telling you, some shit will happen. And It'll be, where's our warriors? Where's our black men that act like other races of patriarchal men? And other men don't do this. Black men are so sad. Our black boys are so sad. They're the only group of men. And we're actually the only group of men that have to deal with women running around trying to force fucking transgenders down our throat like it's cool. I mean, we already got matriarchy to contend with, role reversal, all this shit, all the black women is guy. I had a white guy come in the comment section. He was like, God damn, I didn't know y'all had to deal with this shit. He's like, we don't have none of that in the white community. We don't have, we are the daughters of Odin. You know what I'm saying? They don't have none of that Ice Queen, Scandinavian, Nordic lore type of bullshit that white women are running around trying to justify them running shit in their leadership, with that type of bullshit, that type of elvish Lord of the Rings fucking bull. They don't have none of that shit. Us, on the other hand, original woman status. We was running shit in ancient Africa. We're leading black men in the battle. We birthed you. We don't do nothing but build. The wombiverse, divine female principles. We are the creators of life. We gotta deal with all this stupid shit. Like that woman told Black, what are you talking about? Talking to Captain Soul. What are you talking about? In all matriarch. I mean, this is what we deal with. Magical shit. Dumb shit. And I'm getting upset. I need to end this video because I feel like I'm getting disrespectful, and that's not my intent, but it's just like, it's other people called it out. They were like, we can see that you care about the black community, but it's just like, I mean, this is what we deal with. These are the conversations that we're having. And the thing is look, I'm only getting, like, this is the bullshit of it. This is what people gotta understand. I only got like 2,000 subscribers. I may get 100 likes on my video. Iami Loho's got like, 200, 300,000 subscribers? She makes a video, pumps out dumbass shit into the universe, and guess what? That's what gets disseminated. That's what gets put out there. I don't get put out there. My messages don't get put out. My counters don't get put out there. Those messages get put out there. Some of the people that go out here and say the dumbest shit are the people that got all the views. And I'm not saying that because I want views. My shit's not even monetized. I've been on this bitch for 10 years and ain't got a fucking red cent. It's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that you get people who go out here and they put these messages out here, and it's like, that shit is dangerous for the community. That shit is regressive for the community, or it's most certainly not going to help the black community get out of its predicament that it's currently in. And these are the people that get the view. The women that spewing matriarchy, they get the views. The women that are out here spreading confused messages, talking out of both sides of their face, they get the views. And so it doesn't even matter what black men are doing, because almost like a huge chunk of what women are saying is just dead wrong. And then they come and they're trying to interact with black men with dead wrong ideas. They're just dead wrong. They're like, oh, I sat down and I listened to so-and-so's video, and I know what's going on. I'm smart. And then they go out here and they dealing with a real man. They dealing with a real patriarch, and they gonna fuck it up. I mean, black women are guaranteed to fuck it up, because they gonna come through with all type of dumb shit. Like I said about, Iami Loho's video where she made this statement, I treat men that ain't got money and men that got money just the same, because I got my own money and I'm not trying to feed into that dynamic. And then Chloe had to come out and make a video talking about confused women. And she did it, passive aggressive, not passive aggressively. She was trying to put it out there like, no. If you gonna play patriot chick, you gotta understand, if you want a real man, like, you dealing with a real man. And see, this ties into why black women end up being the quote unquote most undesirable women, and they're swirling in interracial numbers are low, because y'all don't know how to deal with and interact with real men, even real men of other groups. Fuck, I was watching 90 Day Fiance, and they had that black chick up there. She over there dating a Lebanese dude, okay? He done told her the fucking rules, okay? What does this bitch do? Gets off the plane with some fucking liquor in a Muslim country. You know what I'm saying? Then she goes and hugs the producers like, yo, bitch, I done told you no PDA in fucking Lebanon or whatever Middle Eastern country they were in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was pissed. You know what I'm saying? He was like, enough. I was killing myself. He was pissed. He was like, you ain't gonna talk. I'm like, chick, you in another man's patriarchy. You better get motherfucking used to it. Okay? They got rules, they got regulators, they got all the shit I wish black men collectively, I wish we operated and were oriented in that fashion. Where people know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker came in, saw his dad, kissed his dad on the hand and shit like that. I'm like, asked for his permission, like, he's like, dad was like, okay, it's cool. You want to marry a black chick? That's cool. Just make sure she Muslim. And again, I don't like watching 90 Day Fiance, because that whole show triggers me. All the broke dustiness on that show, all the having babies without having resources, and motherfuckers like I don't even know what the women are doing. I don't know what the fuck the men are doing. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And the women get there, and you gonna come with me in my country, and the dude don't even have the shit set up right. You know what I mean? Just. It's like, and then I'm looking at the women like, what did you got with a dude from a third world country? Bitch, what the fuck you think how you think you gonna do? You gonna walk into a palace? Like, the fuck? Just dumbness. Dumb. But God, I'm so agitated right now. I'm so, because this is the black community. Like, this is it. This isn't just, 113 dislikes, 4,000 likes. I'm like, what is it like? This chick is up here talking about black men who are straight need to get with transgender fucking women. And then trying to, like, all this connection to fucking women who look like men, and say that, if you don't like a bitch with broad shoulders, if you don't like a bitch you're fucking 5'8" and she's 5'10", that you're transphobic. If you don't like a bitch with a square ass boxy frame, you're transphobic, because boxy frames are associated with masculine frames. And if you don't like, you're trans. I'm like, wow, like, this is just crazy. Next thing you know, I'm gonna be waiting for the videos trying to convince me about how I need to go out there and get with a 300-pound morbidly obese woman. And I'm sure it'll be, well, in ancient Africa, black women were 300 or 400 pounds. So them just being at 300 pounds is Eurocentric. I'm like, oh my God. Where are the white women at? Give me the light-skinned exoticals. Give me the biracial women. Because notice, they ain't trying to do none of that shit. They ain't trying to do any of that bullshit. That's the sad part. Like, I'm still not done with this video. That's the sad part. Maybe I'm not seeing it. You know what I mean? But, like, these light-skinned exoticals, they always trying to play, the thirsted role of a feminine woman. I don't see no light-skinned exoticals running around trying to convince black men about how they need to be into some transgender women. Like, that, first off, that wouldn't even benefit light-skinned women, so why the fuck would they do that? And so, if this doesn't benefit dark-skinned women, why are y'all doing it? Like, I don't, like, and then they complain about colorism and everything. I'm like, oh my God, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I mean, so if I see a transgender woman fighting a black woman, I'm not supposed to jump in on that. I'm not supposed to do anything. Right? I'm just supposed to sit there. Well, you said they were women. I mean, if I beat up the transgender woman for fighting a black woman, even though I know that that's a man with a whole bunch of muscle mass and testosterone, clearly that would denote me being transphobic for taking sides of the heteronormative cisgendered black woman. I'm pretty sure that's not how it would be processed. I'm just saying, following the logic, right? Following the logic, right? I'm supposed to see them as the same and put them in the same bin and identify them as being exactly the same. So if a transgender woman gets into it with a black woman, right, I'm supposed to sit there and let them just fight and be like, cat fight, world star, right? And pull out my cell phone and then watch them fucking, pulling each other's hair. But I'm pretty sure that transgender woman, he ain't gonna be pulling on no hair and just swinging his arms like a girl. No, he gonna be throwing uppercuts and bows and shit. I'm like, oh shit. Oh, she gonna see the black girl's head, pop back and whatnot. Going to jail now, That's what's gonna happen. I mean, have you seen these transgender women in boxing matches and shit? Have you seen the shit? Have you seen the way that they be just slaughtering these biological women? I mean, it's a slaughter. I mean, y'all, man, I can't, man. I'm done. I promise you, I'm done. Anyway, that's my video. SWP out. You know what? I'm really fucked up by this I Am Eloho video that she did. I'm gonna ask a simple question. I'm gonna throw it right back at her. And please direct me to the transgender men that you're getting ready to date. Oh, I would love to know the transgender men that I Am Eloho is getting ready to date. Right? And if she doesn't, be ready because SWP will be quick, just as you were quick to do, to call you a transphobic because you don't want to date, a transgender man. And then not only that, the audacity to sit there and think like, and see, this is where women this is where women cross the line, and they have absolutely no place in men's spaces, in men's arenas, and try to define shit for men. You are not going to tell me as a woman that I need to offer a man the same protection, a man with a fucking penis between his legs, same fucking shit I got between my legs, that I need to offer a man the same protections that I would offer a woman. Oh, hell no. Y'all can get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Again, like I said, this is just one, it's one leap too far, and it's just, some of y'all are just too radical. It's just that simple. You want to talk about corrections in the black community, getting things back? I'm with you all day, 100%. But you start going into this Alice in Wonderland bullshit, nah, man, I ain't following any of that. Y'all can have it. Y'all can have a community. I won't be participating in it. If this is what is being discussed, and not only that, when anybody even has an objection to it, y'all gonna catch an attitude? Nah, man. Nah. Anyway, that's my video. SWP out. Oh, and I'm still not done because I can't shut my brain off. So, here's another thing that I picked up on. Like, the part that pisses me off is I Am Eloho putting herself in this masculine category compared to all the other women that she named, just because she's tall, when she looks better than all the other women that she named. You know, like it's talking about Remy Ma and Nene Leakes and who else? Who else did she name that she claimed was Serena Williams and all that other stuff. I'm like, Ayami Loho looks way more feminine than these women. You know what I mean? So I'm like, how I don't understand. I don't understand why women do that. They'll put themselves in a category in which they don't even belong. Even your girl who swirls, she did a video where she was talking about the black woman getting the gun pulled her on her at the supermarket. And she was in there talking about, well, what about her skin? What about her skin? And I'm like, and I'm saying this woman was sitting in the car with a fucking bonnet on and a regular t-shirt and everything. And I'm saying every time she gets on camera, she's looking good, makeup done, hair done, everything. I'm like, come on, you look better than this woman. Why are you trying to sit there and talk about how she's just beautiful? And it's like, and y'all do this shit where like, even with Ayami Loho, she went and grabbed this one of these women and talked about Remy Ma's skin and look at her skin. And it's like, again, you can acknowledge an aspect of beauty about a woman, but that does not make a woman beautiful. A woman, and then on top of that, like, there's a broad category. Like Cap used to say this all the time. There's a broad category of sexy. Okay, many different women can be sexy on all different various levels, but that doesn't necessarily mean that a woman is beautiful. And so when women come through with this, and they're just beautiful and all, I'm like, oh my God, like, and especially the woman saying it is more feminine or more put together than the woman that she's sitting there saying is beautiful. Like, I'm like, why are you reaching like this? And then here's another thing. Here's another one, right? Because here's a question. Why is this conversation, especially with all the swirlers, why is this conversation about what heteronormative, cisgender, straight black men need to be into and how we need to be checking out transgender women, right? And the conversation is not about how, since, it's all about swirling, how or we don't have any black women who are trying to convince or have these discussions with white men about how they need to go out here and open up the doors for dark-skinned, transgendered black women. And then how's that going to play out? So a white man goes off and gets a transgendered, dark-skinned black woman, and then heteronormative, cisgendered black women are going to, go on their social media and call it a win for dark-skinned black women? Is that how it's going to work? Like, do you see the levels and depths of how retarded this shit gets? I mean, this is just all around fucked up, like, just all around. And I keep adding shit to this video because I'm just like, the more I'm thinking about it, I'm like, this is retarded on every front. This is dumb on every freaking front. So for now, that's all I got to say for the third time in a row. SWP out.